One thing that I think the interview taught me is that you need to have clarity of purpose, because it is a very common question asked to almost all the aspirants as to why do you want to become a civil servant. So having the clarity of purpose of why are we writing this exam in the first place and why a civil servant will help us tackle these questions very easily. So clarity of purpose is the first thing that I think we all should keep in our minds. Also, in these exams, in the personality test, many personal questions are asked. So it is important that we know ourselves really well, right from our hobbies to our interests, to our strengths, to our weaknesses. So knowing ourselves is very important. Also, some of the questions, like I was asked a question like, what is the first ethical lesson that your parents gave you? So we all know what is that, but then remembering it at that point exactly, for that we need to have some kind of preparation. And what I would suggest from my experience is that we look back at our own lives and then jot down a few incidences that have a huge influence on us. Third most important thing would be that while we are filling the detailed application form, we need to be extremely honest, because very detailed and deep questions based on our detailed application form are asked. So it is important that we are really honest, especially with respect to our hobbies. Third thing is that about graduation. What happens is that most of us have graduations in different streams, and during the interview the panel does ask us questions on our graduation. Then it is the technicalities of our graduation to its application in civil services. So it is important that we know our graduation really well. Also, what I found is that in the interview their main aim is to see that does the person do whatever that person has decided well. So if we have decided that I'm going to do computer science, then have we done it well? That is what they want to check. So it is important that we are thorough with our graduation subject, and if we are not while we are pursuing graduation, I would suggest that we revise it and brush up our knowledge regarding our graduation. Third, the next thing would be about hobbies, because apart from the questions like why do you pursue this hobby or what has this hobby given you, we also need to be it is also important that we know about the latest controversies regarding our hobbies, or some extraordinary things regarding our hobbies that have happened in the recent past. For example, my hobby was reading. It is reading, I would rather say. And what the question that we can expect here is that who won the Nobel Prize for Literature. So last year, something extraordinary like a songwriter was given a Nobel Prize in Literature. So naturally a question as to now have the boundaries of literature been expanded by including a songwriter in it can be asked. So it is important that we know the controversies and some extraordinary things regarding our hobbies. Next thing would be about knowing current affairs. So reading newspapers. After the mains, it is important that we continue reading newspapers, we continue being up to date with the current affairs, and it is also equally important that we read the newspaper on the very day of our interview, because questions like can you tell me any one headline from the paper today, or the current affairs that are extremely very recent are asked in the interview. So it is important that we know the current affairs. Very important thing for the personality test is it is a personality test and not an interview. So what we need to keep in our mind is be yourself. What comes naturally to us is what we should project in our personality test. As long as we are following the ideals of Constitution, as long as we are in the constitutional limits, we can have our own opinions. So it is very important that we are ourselves in the interview. Very important thing would be that we cannot underestimate the importance of preparation, because it is usually said that interview tends to be random, or they can ask us any questions, anything under the sun, but usually if we are prepared well, we can tackle almost 70 to 80% of questions. So preparation plays a very important role. So now what I mean by preparation is that the detailed application form is something that we have given them, so we know what information about us they have in front of them. So going through every word in our detailed application form, searching information about it, then even thinking about what we have written and why we have written that is very important. For preparation, what I had done was I had prepared a bank of all the questions that can come my way. Then when you think about the answers, we can also think about the sub-questions that can branch out of that. So preparing for the expected questions is very important. Usually the questions are DAF based, detailed application form based. Sometimes they are related to current affairs, and then some questions are behavioral type, or they are case studies, and we are supposed to take a decision or tell them that what we would do in this case. So for these three questions, we can prepare to a large extent in advance, and doing that will help us tell our own story well. One more important thing which comes after practice is being able to lead our interview. The panel can ask whatever questions they can ask, but we can give answers in such a way that the next questions continue to be in our comfort zone. So if we can do that, it can really help us score better in the interview. And for that, again, preparation is important, so that we choose the words and the sentences we use very wisely and cautiously, so that the next questions are based on the things that we know. Now here comes the importance of mock interviews, because with mock interviews we can test our preparation, we can also see where we stand, we can also get to know our thinking process while we are giving the answers. So mock interviews do play an important role, but at the same time I would suggest that we give an optimum number of mock interviews, because giving a large number of mock interviews can take a toll on our naturalness. It may make us seem artificial in the final interview, because if we have our interview may seem rehearsed. So optimum number of mock interviews to build our confidence is necessary. Lastly, a few things that this experience has taught me are that for the interview we need to show to them that we are not here to get a job, but we are here to do our job. Because if we show that we are desperate to get this job, then it becomes very difficult for us. It makes us anxious, and it can be seen. They can see through what we are going through in our minds. So it is important that we show to them that we are not there to get that job, but we are there to do our job, and our job is to engage them in the conversation. So if we can do that, it will make our interview and personality test experience very enjoyable. The second thing is that if we can take the question without worrying about who is asking this question. So answer the question and not the person, because if the same question is asked to us by some of our friends or our parents or our brother, then we will answer it very freely and very confidently. So we of course have to maintain the formality in the conversation, but at the same time answer the question and not the person. Forget who is asking us the question, just look at the question and then answer it. One more thing I have learned is that are you natural? Then being yourself and originality that we can bring in our answers is rewarded by the panel. So if we can be original in our responses, then the panel does reward it. For example, I was asked a question about where do you stand on the freedom of speech and expression debate. So in that I started telling them about the constitutional provisions and the articles, but they didn't allow me to continue it. So what they said is that don't tell us about the constitution and the articles, because we all know it. Tell us what you think about it. So having a rational, then well thought, logical and an opinion which is based on the constitution is very important. So that will help us show that we are original in our thinking process. And last very important thing would be that patience is also very important during the personality test, because the personality test lasts for about 30 to 35 minutes, and being patient till the end, being very attentive to what the panel is asking is very important, because the questions are not single liners. They usually create a context, they usually give us a background and then they ask the question. So being attentive to the question for around and the question is like around 4 to 5 sentences. So being totally attentive, understanding the context and then answering in the light of that context is very important. So patience will play an important role in the interview. Also, this is my experience, and definitely there are limitations to how many conclusions we can draw from just one experience. But I think this is what I learned from it, and if it can help some of you, if we can give some of you a rough idea about what the personality test is, then I think the purpose of this video is served. Lastly, I would like to thank Knowledge Track Network for giving me a chance to share my experience with you, and I also suggest you to subscribe to this channel for more knowledge based videos.